Hello guys and welcome to today's update. This we're gonna be doing two videos again today. We're gonna do a solo update on Tauktae on this video, and in the evening we'll take a look at sea surface temperatures again, and then look at Tauktae. But this video right here is solely on major cyclonic storm Tauktae. So as you can see on the radar infrared satellite imagery, you can see the eye that's trying to clear out here. So that's a sign of this could start blowing up relatively shortly. And as soon as these darks rotate all the way around, then that's pretty much go time for this thing to really intensify. Here's the particulars. It is located at 16.8 north, 72.6 east. Maximum sustained winds of right now is 100 knots or 115 miles an hour. So this makes it, if this was on the Atlantic side of things, this would make it a Category 3 cyclone. So that's interesting to take note there, because this is definitely going to go up higher as we go out through today and maybe tonight. So minimal central pressure is at 952 millibars. So it's pretty decent for how close it is to land. You would think that being so close to land that this would inhabit quick intensification, but it seems to be just far enough off the coast for good rapid intensification. All right, so here's the Joint Typhoon Warning Center here, and they still have a 105 knot peak here. So I think the Joint Typhoon Warning Center needs to up this just a little bit, maybe to or maybe a decent amount, maybe up to 100 and anywhere between 120 and 130 knots, in my opinion, should be peak of what this is going to do. Here we are. We are at 12Z on the May 16th, and they're right on the dot here with the 100 knot current forecast. And the Joint Typhoon Warning Center has this making landfall in about a day and a half. So the quicker this gets on land and the quicker this thing gets done, the better this is going to be for India. Even though it's definitely going to be bad. A very densely populated area of India. The good news is, where it's going to be making landfall, there's definitely some mountain ranges there that could disrupt this weather quickly. So we can only hope that that the mountains here, disrupt this quicker than we want it to, because we don't want this being too strong for too long as it goes in the island into India. All right, here's the GEFS here. We're going to look at the latest tracks in minimal MSLP. And as you can see, I always got to point this out so you guys can understand what it is that I'm looking at. What you see with this black line, that is the average of all of these spaghetti plots here for GEFS. So, and the numbers are the average mean for all the intensities as well. So we're starting here at a 971, which is a little high for what it is now. And they have it peaking at 969 millibars, which is a Category 3. So we're already there at a Category 3. So this is probably, I expect this to change when this next GEFS forecast comes out. The GEFS wants this making landfall in 48 hours, give or take. So it's going to be an interesting, 3, 2, 3, even 4 days. I give this a 4-day event here. Obviously, once the winds die down, you're still going to have to deal with rain farther inland, but we can deal with rain. We can deal with rain as long as it's not too flash floody. You know what I mean? All right, so here's the GEPS, and this is pretty much given the same story here, but the GEPS has a weaker here at 990 millibars. So they need to catch up here with what's really going on. So the GEPS has this making landfall as widespread as 4 days and as low as 2 days here in India. Um, so people here in northwestern India coast needs to watch out for this as we go out through time. All right, so here's the sea surface temperatures, and this is important. I always got to show the sea surface temperatures in every video that I make because the sea surface temperatures are telling of what a storm could possibly do if they have the right ingredients. And as you can see here, there is no cool water in sight here in the North Indian Ocean. We got 28s, 29s, 30s, 31s, and even a speckle of 32s here. But thankfully, I don't know how thankfully that is, but instead of being in a 32 spec, it's over here in a 30 spec, 30 area. So, obviously that's still not good, but it's better than being in the 32 Celsius waters and then having more time over water, because then that's going to be a catastrophe in the making. Not that it's not already going to be a catastrophe in the making. It's going to be an even worse catastrophe if it was over here in the central North Indian Ocean where you see the 32 spec. Anyways, like I say in every video, the sea surface temperatures are plenty hot enough to sustain whatever beast that comes out of it. So once again, throw it out the window. Toss it in the trash can because the sea surface temperatures are not going to help weaken this. That's a fact. All right, so here is the Tauktae long floater, and as you can see, it's beautifully trying to make this eye here. Um, I and you can see that the convection here, the blacks here that are trying to wrap around the eye here. I do believe that once these blacks connect with one another, it's going to be go time, and that's why I have a peak between 120 and 130 knots. Again, just my opinion. I know forecasting intensity is the most difficult part of tracking these things, but my opinion is 120 knots to 130 knots. So that's still that's a category 4 cyclone that could be going into India here as we go out through time. As you can see here, it's looking nice. It's looking nice. Like I said, it has this western southwestern eye wall that needs to fill in before it really starts to really pick up in intensity, which I do forecast that to do, unfortunately. All right, so here is the portion of the update where I go over the models here, and we're gonna look at the good old or GFS. Well, I don't know why I was about to say GEFS, but here we go. We got an intensity forecast of 958 millibars. What's the wind shear like? We're working with 14 knots of shear, so that's pretty decent for more intensification purposes here for the storm. We're 950 to 5 millibars. Let's see here. Working with 11 knots, still pretty decent for intensification. And it looks like it makes landfall less than 2 days from now with a 959 millibar system. So no point in looking at wind shear when it's already on land, right? Because wind shear, sure, it kills not well, it can kill, but it weakens a tropical cyclone. But since it's already on land, it's already starting to weaken from land interaction, anyways. So we're gonna just go out here, and it seems this event is gonna die down between 84 and 102 hours into the forecast period. So this is after the wind event is done. This is definitely going to be a rainmaker for plenty of places in India as we go out through the next 5 days. All right, so now we're going to be taking a look at the ECMWF, and this is the European and it has an intensity, uh, starting intensity of 966 millibars, and then 24 hours out, 952, 950 as it makes landfall in 48 hours, 2 days from now, and then it's a wind maker all the way until the very end, pretty much 5 days out. Definitely a wind and rainmaker far inland into India. So please, I say this every video since I've been making these updates for Tauktae. Please, please pay attention to your local management. I know you guys are in an extreme case of COVID right now, but you got to think about your safety too. So I don't want to say it this way, but it seems like a lose lose. You're either going to get trapped in the storm, or you're either going to contract COVID while evacuating with millions of other people surrounding you. So, I guess just do what you can to make sure that you're safe. I know that things are tough over there in India right now, but I believe in you guys. I really believe in you guys. Work together to stay safe, and you guys will make it through. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will have another update later on this evening.